Alright, so this next question is number 7, and this is the slope field that's given. So this question is all about what happens to the function, what does my function look like for different values of y0? So the question is, if my function at my point 0 is different values, what happens as x goes to infinity? That's the question, as the limit of x, the function as x goes to infinity. So the first one, option 1, is if y0 is greater than 2, that means it's above this line. If y0 is greater than 2, then the limit as y goes of the function as x goes to infinity is approximately 2. Well, so the best way to think about this is I'll take a point, so y0, that means along the y-axis, right, the y-intercept of my function, if it's greater than 2, so I'll pick this point for instance, what happens as x goes to infinity? Well, all I have to do is kind of follow the slope lines, and I see that my function is going to kind of curve like this, okay? And that's going to be an asymptote. You see this dashed line right there? That means an asymptote. So clearly my function is going to go like this. Well, as x goes to infinity, my function approaches 2. So option 1 is definitely correct. Then the next one, if y0 is between 0 and 2, so 0 is less than y, 0 is less than 2, then the limit of y as x goes to infinity is approximately 2. So that means that my function, my y0 is in between here, my y-intercept is in between the x-axis and this asymptote here. So let's say it's right here. Well, if I follow my slope lines, it looks like it's going to do something like this, right? So clearly as x goes to infinity, my function approaches 2. So that one's correct as well. And then I check the next one, option 3. If y0 is less than 0, that means that y-intercept is below here, okay, below this x-axis, then the limit of y as x goes to infinity is approximately 2. That's the question. Well, if I look here, I say, okay, here's my y-intercept at like -2 or something, and I follow it, it's clearly going like this, where an asymptote is at the x-axis. So as x goes to infinity, that's my question, what does my function approach? Well, if I'm looking as it goes this way, right, I'm looking as it goes all the way to the right, well, as it goes all the way to the right, it just keeps going down, you see? My function just keeps going down as x goes to infinity. No matter where I start, it's just going to keep going down. So as x goes to infinity, y goes to -infinity, okay? So that is clearly not true. Option 3 is false. So my answer is D, options 1 and 2. So the reason being, if I start above 2, it goes to 2. If I start between 0 and 2, as x goes to infinity, it goes this way to 2. And if y0 is less than 0, then I'm clearly just dropping down to -infinity as x approaches infinity. So the answer to that question is D. 1 and 2 are the only true options. Hope you understood it. See you in the next video.